guess we're doing it like this.
Raw.
All right, are you guys
Raw.
ready?
We're going raw today.
Raw.
Raw dogging.
Raw
All right,
doggers.
doggy
Yes,
style.
sir.
All right. So I know I talked to you guys about this before, but what I really wanted to touch on today is what are some problems in society that you see that are like you think need to be talked about. I think we should start with Joel.
Well, I mean, like how you were speaking about yesterday, like how you gave me options. We could start with the mental health system. How that's
So
going.
mental health problems. But explain. What do you think is wrong with mental health?
Just the way like the whole thing is run. I guess you could say like.
You think that people with mental health issues are not offered the right treatment?
Yeah, because it's like, I guess it's like what they're getting given. It's just not. I guess it's not being helpful with
The
them.
help they're getting.
Yeah, the help that they're
The
getting.
help they're getting isn't helping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like people, like if you have a mental problem, they'll just put you on some prescription drugs and they'll keep you on those drugs, which I feel is a big problem. I don't think prescription drugs are a bad thing necessarily, but I feel like staying on them for a long duration of time can mess with you and you become dependent on them.
True. I think there's other options out there. I mean, I don't want to talk about psychedelics,
That's
but
not-
I know
no,
you guys.
no,
I know you guys aren't on that type of timing, but I mean, listen,
yeah.
we can talk about that another time. But
Depends on
that's
his
another
wa-
time,
I
man.
think so. For me,
Depend-
right? So if
depends
you want
on
to talk
who's
about mental
watching.
health, I think that has a lot to do with the pharmaceutical companies,
That's what that's the main.
and so that would, I
plot.
guess, lead to another problem.
Mhm.
And I don't want to get too deep on this right now because I do want to hear what you have to say. But I think there are a lot of natural ways to better yourself, better your mental health than what is being offered in today's society,
'Cause
right?
the-
They'll it's so easy to get a prescription for freaking these depression drugs, and it's like, is it really necessary? Is it really working? How many times are people getting more depressed getting on it, or getting more suicidal when they get on it? Is it really helping? And do we see the benefits? Like, I don't. All I see in today's society is a bunch of crack addicts, homelessness, bunch of problems. So I don't think the mental health system that we have, I don't think the system that's put in place to deal with these mental health issues are working. And I think that is like that's just I think we can say the same for a lot of issues in America. But
Mhm.
what are some things you think is wrong that you see?
Honestly, man, I feel like, I mean, we've talked about this before. I feel like a lot of those problems today, not just mental health, I feel like they root from or they start with social media. So I feel like being exposed to so much media and so much news and so much information at one time where you can be on your phone for like not even an hour, but you can just intake so much information that most of it won't even stick.
Yeah, it's the problem with just keep scrolling.
It's
the
like
dopamine hits is gonna
it's like
mess
an
you up
endless,
over the long.
it's like an
long
endless
run.
like you're like a rabbit, not even a rabbit, you're like a hamster on a wheel. You're just scrolling for hours and hours, and it's crazy because you look at your screen time and it's like, wow, I've been on my phone for 12 hours today, and you won't even know that because you're just there, and it's so easy to get lost.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so. What my answer would be self-identity. I think people lack purpose. I think people lack self-identification. They have a hard time with it, and you see this with like kids in school, right? I brought this up. When you're in school, right? What's your main focus, right? You're trying to find yourself. You're trying to figure out who you are, what you like, right? That's the whole point of going to college, right? You're trying to figure out who you are. College in itself is a messed up thing, but we can talk
Yeah.
about that. For me though, it's like kids will get lost. Even people, you just get lost in this pursuit of trying to figure out who you are. And then when you build up, when you start showing the world who you are and you get negative reactions, it's very detrimental to your psyche. And so now you start building up walls and walls, and then you get out into the real world and you're like, damn, like what's
You
going
can't-
on?
you
Why
can't get
am I
anywhere.
facing these
Yeah.
problems? And it's
Mhm.
because a lot of these people aren't true to who they are. Like I see what I see from my personal experiences, I see a lot of kids listening to a lot of drill music, doing a lot of drugs, doing a lot of like dumb things, trying to fit in. Because if you chill with like, I know we all know someone that probably does a lot of stupid things in the group, but if you chill with them one on one, completely different person. And so you see this a lot, right? And so it's self-identification. It's like, who are you? What is your purpose here? Do you believe in having a purpose? Do you believe in God? Are you religious? Why do you have the beliefs that you have? Where did it come from? You got to ask yourself these things. You got to ask yourself, what is your purpose? And I kind of want to ask you guys, like, what do you guys think your purpose is truly? And then I'll go into what my purpose is, but I want to hear your answers.
I feel like just saying that, like having a purpose is such a vague and like wide term. So it's like, what do you want for maybe the next 10 years of your life? What is your purpose for the next 10 years? What is your purpose for the rest of your life? I feel like right now I don't have a purpose, but I do feel like I have passions that I want to pursue, and maybe that can become my purpose.
I think that will be your purpose. Whatever you're passionate about, whatever you think, I like doing that. I like
Yeah,
going down
for
that
me-
route.
For me, it's like physical health. physical fitness. I know you know that.
Yeah, you are one of the gym rats.
One of the
One
gym
of the-
rats.
I don't like that
Gym
title.
rats
I
in
don't
here.
like that
Gym
title,
rats
but-
in here, bro. You know it.
I don't like that title, but yes, I did pick it up like maybe 2 years ago. I've always been physically active, but I feel like even for my mental health, it's really important. Like on my Instagram, like it's like endless. Like I feel like if you're into that, that's what you're gonna see most
Yeah.
of.
So-
Obviously, if you have, the algorithm's just gonna feed you the same thing. But I always try to push, physical fitness, and I'll have that on my Instagram. I'll make posts, and I feel like that for me is maybe like therapy. I know some people have different forms of therapy, whether that be prescription drugs or talking to a therapist
Yeah.
or playing basketball, music. Like for me, I definitely think it's physical health, physical fitness.
So that would be your passion. We'll not use the
Yeah.
word purpose, but
Yeah.
passion.
I
That's
feel
your
like-
passion.
I feel like
Yeah.
that is my passion, but
You think?
I feel like I want to push farther and maybe make that make it a reality so that I can monetize me having that passion and me, wanting to push myself farther financially in that area. So
well,
I feel
even
like- I feel like if I could do that as a job, and I'd be really happy.
in physical and going down the physical journey of building your body, that is also another journey that you have to really push yourself through. That
Mhm.
It
it's
is.
not.
It's a
Yeah.
hard. It's a
like-
long, hard road.
What
Yeah,
we
it's a
we go to the gym all the
challenge.
time, and it's like not everybody has what we have. It's like you're
Yeah.
on my ass all the time. You not so much, but you're really the
He's
pain in
the
the
one.
ass. and
He's
you
the one
kinda
that's on
need
both
that,
of us.
Yeah.
Think
You know,
about
and
it
it's,
that
you
way.
look at other people in the gym, and it's like, damn,
Yeah.
like they don't have that, and so they'll go to the gym, do a little bit of work,
Yeah.
act like they freaking working hard, and they're not really doing anything.
Yeah, you have to have that level of.
You gotta want it.
You have to have.
You gotta
that
want it.
You gotta fight for
You
it.
have to have that.
Whatever you do in life, you gotta want it.
You gotta fight for what you
You have
want.
to have
And,
that
like, if-
the competitiveness, because you told me that you worked out with people that are nothing like how I work out with you. Like you work out with your other friends. You know.
Yeah, if I work out with anybody
we're not
else,
gonna say any
yo,
names,
I work,
but we're not gonna say any names. But you have told me that you work out with them, and it feels like you didn't really get a workout, or you didn't really push yourself.
No. I definitely got to work out because I can say that like you have taught me a lot of things in the gym to really just like go further.
Yeah, on your own.
Even like techniques. I
Yeah.
wouldn't even be in the gym without you guys. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't be going down this journey. We know that we got. So for anybody listening, right? We went to middle school together, right? Joel,
Elementary.
Brian.
Yeah.
I don't think we did any
Middle school, yeah.
introductions. I'm Tyler, but we went to middle school together, and then we went to high school. Went through high school. Kind of. We obviously went to different high schools.
Yeah.
Went our separate ways, and now we're back. I joined your live. You guys were in the gym. I was like, yo, let's go to the gym.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Right. So it started, and a lot of people don't have that. But
It wasn't too long ago, like a month.
yeah, it was like a month.
a
But I'm
month
like,
ago,
but
month and a half.
I'm taking it serious too. I mean, I've
Yeah.
been serious
I can tell. Yeah.
beforehand,
Yeah,
like
you
but I'm
really-
very serious about it because I think it's something that people need. I think it really changes the way you think about life, think about yourself.
Exactly.
So my question to you, right? So you want to go down this journey of physical fitness, right? That would be your passion.
Yeah.
Would you say that you want other people to go into that pursuit, into the physical journey?
I feel like for a lot of people, I try to get my mom and my family and some of my friends, and I try to get them into that world because I swear it's
You don't think that would-
for me? I feel like it's for certain people. For certain people, it could be a hobby, and for certain people, it could be a passion. I don't think that a hobby is the same thing as a passion.
Yeah.
I can introduce you to the gym. We can go a couple times, but that doesn't mean that when I'm not there, you're going to be doing it.
Yeah.
That's not a hobby. It's like a task at that point.
Yeah, it's like a chore.
Yeah.
That's
So-
that's how a lot of people look at it.
I
They're
think
not
that
looking at it. People go to the gym, right? It's like they know they have to get fit, but why do I have to get fit?
Exactly.
Why am I
Yeah.
doing this? So they're not gonna.
well, some people know the why. It's just they don't want to. They don't like
It's
the.
not
They
the
don't like the
passion.
process.
Like-
They don't even like the process, like the pain
They can't
and the
deal
time
with it.
and just the
People are
vigorous.
lazy, and
Yeah.
I think this
Yeah,
is
the
another
repetitiveness of it.
problem. This is another
Yeah.
problem. People are lazy. They don't want to actively pursue the things that make them happy. They want to be comfortable. I said this to my mother today. Actually, I'm like, yo, you're an addict. Like not a drug addict, but you're an addict. Like you're an addict to freaking cheese doodles and to sitting at home. And that's everybody. It's like, yo, everybody's addicted to their current situation, to their current form of life. It's like, how many people do you know that are still doing the same things that they were doing when you met them
Exactly.
compared to now? It's like, and then like for me, right? I'll use my personal experiences. Like I've been through a lot of friend groups. I've been through a lot of, I guess, personal. I played a lot of roles. I played a lot of personalities.
You've had a lot of
Yeah,
personalities.
I played a lot of personalities because I wasn't true to myself. That's why I keep saying, like, who are you? Figure it out. What are you doing? Stop being lazy. Go after it, And so what I can say for my purpose is, I think my purpose is to inspire others to go down that route. Whether it be the physical journey, whether it be fucking college, anything that you truly are passionate about. Maybe not college, but anything you truly are passionate about, and you think that, wow, like if you sit to yourself and you're doing it and you're like really happy, maybe when you're doing it, you know, everything else in life kind of feels like it's just floating away. It's not that important, you know. When you're in that moment, it feels really good.
That's all that matters.
That's
in
all that.
moment.
That's what you need to focus on. And my belief is that wherever you feel that is your purpose. That is your purpose. Your purpose, maybe, like I don't think there is a purpose to life, right? We'll get deeper on that. Like, there's not a general purpose to the human life, for all I know, right? I'm only gonna figure that out until after I die. Same thing with you guys. We're never gonna know. So you have to kind of make your own purpose, and you gotta, you know, you do that by following your passion. What am I meant? What was I put on this earth to do? Why was I was born? I was given this life. It's a fucking gift.
Yeah.
Like, how many other freaking sperm cells were in there floating around, and
The
you were the one
odds
that
of-
came out.
The odds of you
Exactly.
being born are astronomical. Like, it's actually amazing. Like, the numbers when you, like, it's not even, you can't even like comprehend it at that point. Like, you're literally so lucky to be here.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that all of us were born and became friends and
We're
and
so
then
lucky.
stopped talking and then became friends again.
We're
Like,
so
the fact that we're
lucky.
here right now in this room is
It's
amazing.
crazy.
Yo,
yeah. It's
This is a
amazing.
freaking blessing to me. You don't know how grateful I
Yeah.
am to actually be doing this, because I've been saying, anybody that knows me, I've been saying I'm gonna do a podcast for a long time. And so now that we're doing this, it's freaking like, this is me chasing my dreams. This is me chasing my purpose, not being lazy, not settling for less, because I know I can be better. Because every day I wake up and I'm like, I need to be better than what I did yesterday. And
Do you
sometimes it
think-
doesn't happen.
Do you think that having something as like the gym, or not even the gym, but something that you do on a normal basis, like going to the gym and doing that over and over and being repetitive, and even though it hurts and even though you don't really like it at first, you keep doing it and then you start to get good at it. Do you think that unlocks a sort of, or not even unlocks, but creates a work ethic that you're able to actually do things that you've
yes,
been putting off
100%.
and
The gym,
procrastinating?
oh my God, the gym is the greatest way to enforce discipline on your life.
Mhm.
It's one of
Physical
the greatest
and
ways.
mental-
Yes,
mental,
because you're gonna sit
discipline.
there. Yes, it's a physical journey, but then it's also a mental journey. The physical is when you're obviously lifting,
Even in
but the
pain?
mental is
Yeah.
when you're
Push
you're about to
past.
stop.
Yeah, and you're pushing past
When
that
you're about to
barrier.
stop, and then you got to
Yeah.
think to yourself, like, maybe I got a little more in me. And then you got to go, "Arr," and you got to really get it up there. And so now you're fighting with yourself, like,
That's what
yo,
she
I
said.
want to stop. I want to stop. But, you know, it's like, I got to keep going, because it's the mental that's telling you to keep going. A lot of people don't have that, though. This is the problem. This is what we need to start telling people. Don't just stop when it gets hard. Don't just stop when you feel like you got nothing left. You got some more in you.
But
Keep
you know
fucking
what,
going.
You know what the thing is too, is like many people that go to the gym, they don't have like people that's surrounded
True.
by them, because the way you think about it, you're going to the gym and you're working alone. It's not gonna be the same when it's a
It's
group
not
of
the
us.
same,
When,
yeah.
when we work out, right? When we work out, right? It's more different when we're in a group. You know, even if it's like that one person's not there, we still have the two people there.
Well, just having like a
It's just
group,
But
like
it's
competitiveness.
exactly
Yeah.
Is very
because you know why
beneficial.
we're competing each other. But at the end of the day, we know that we're friends. Remember that.
It's not like competition where it's like,
No,
oh,
I know,
I'm
but
better
it's like
than you,
friendly
I'm better than you.
competition,
No,
yeah.
we're trying to.
But
It's like, I know you have more in you. I know you're
Exactly.
better than what you think of
Exactly.
yourself,
mhm.
and I'm trying to push that on you. And I know that you do the
Exactly.
same thing to each other. It's all we all
every
do.
time,
It.
you know,
You know, and that's what you need in life. You need someone to sit there and be like, yo, what are you doing?
exactly.
Like, keep going. Like, you're almost there.
And
I
that's
feel
know,
like
it
a
sounds
lot
like
a
that.
lot of people need that, and they need that push. But after they build that mental callus, I don't want to quote, David Goggins. You know what I'm saying? What does he say?
Stay hard.
Stay hard.
Stay hard.
Who's gonna carry the boats?
Stay hard, baby. All right,
Who's
so
gonna carry
um,
the boats and the logs?
so he says that you have to build your mental callus. You have to build your mind to be as hard as possible, and you have to do things that you don't want to do, not because you want to do it or you don't want to do it, because you need to do it.
Yes.
And I feel like once you build that callus in your mind with, other people helping you, after a certain point, you can do it by yourself. So I know sometimes
Well,
we
even
go
at that
to
point,
the gym. We
then
go
you
to
can
the
start
gym a
helping
lot.
other people.
We go to the gym a lot together. And even sometimes I know you might go by yourself and you'll have an amazing workout because you do build that, that mental callus, and you have the information obviously
Mhm.
from your, friends that you do work out with. But when you're alone, it's like, oh my God, I can do this by myself. Like, you have to do it for yourself. You can't wait for other people to do it
Mhm.
so that you can do it with them. You have to do it for yourself.
Yeah,
And you have
but
to do it by yourself, for you.
I get what you're saying.
Because ultimately that's what everyone's doing, right?
Yeah.
I go to the gym for myself. You go to the gym for yourself, and you go to the gym for yourself.
Mhm.
But we all do it together because we know that together we're better. But we have to have that capability to do it by ourselves as well. And that's with everything in life. I don't think that's just for the gym. I just think that's a really
Just
good,
like in life, yeah,
it's a really
true.
good It's a
So,
really good template.
Let's touch on this topic, right? Where do you think it went wrong that people aren't doing it for themselves? What do you think is stopping people from doing it themselves, from chasing that passion, chasing that purpose? You have any thoughts on this?
I mean, I could say like many people are lazy. If that's the best way I could say it. You know, like
But why are they lazy? What's incentivizing people to stay lazy?
I guess it's just like
Lack of religion,
phone.
lack of father
Could be phone
figures.
too, because you know that too. It could be like a father. It could be like a father figures. You know,
Both.
many people out there that have grown up, they've been grown without any father figures, so they just like feel like they could do anything by themselves. But when it comes to like physical or anything like that, they don't. And that's another topic I speak about. That you know, it can also lead to people doing drugs. When you don't have
Yeah.
a father figure, many people that go to school, they see smoking and all. You know, they just kind of, you know, they're just like, okay, I think I want to do that too. And then when they do
Because
it,
it's cool.
they think it's cool.
yeah.
Surroundings poison
So-
them.
exactly.
Remember when I was saying how in school you're trying to find who you are, right? What
Mhm.
happens, right? I didn't really touch on the topic,
Yeah.
but what happens in school, right? So you start expressing yourself, right? You start making jokes, you know, you start doing little things, start being yourself, and you get a bad reaction from people. You're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna be
Yeah.
like, damn,
Yeah.
can't
that's
show
true.
You
nobody
get
that.
embarrassed.
You
you're
can't show
gonna-
nobody that,
Exactly.
and that happens over and over again. And so what you're gonna start looking for? In the process of trying to look for identification, you attach yourself to a group. And in schools, especially in every school, I think in New York, I can't say for any other states, but these kids, where are we going? We're going to the group stupidity. A lot of these kids are
Yeah.
doing stupid ass things, and it's like I was the
Yeah.
one. Like, yo, I can speak for experience. I did a lot of stupid things, a lot
Yeah,
of dumb things
it's
that I've got arrested. I've done a lot. Like, I'm not gonna say I've done a lot of drugs, but like, you know, like I've did a lot of stupid things, and now I'm at a point where it's just like I can use that experience to do better.
exactly.
But the problem is that these kids, like, you have a group of kids over here, right? The drug dealers, the rappers, the people who are just like they're getting the most
Rappers.
clout. Yeah, they're getting a lot of attention because of the stupidity. So the kids, like, when you're young and your mind is developing, you associate that with, oh, that's what's normal, that's the trending thing. Let me go towards that. And you see that with online and everything. What are a lot of YouTubers doing? Let's do the trending topic. You know,
Trending
They
topic
just
is
follow
always a
whatever
thing,
they
yeah.
see.
you know, it's like I could have
basically,
started this. We could have started this fucking podcast. Like, okay, what do you guys feel about Agitate?
You
know? It's like, how do you guys feel about Zerka?
Bradley Martin?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Hey, what do you
We're
guys-
talking
what do
about
you
a
guys
whole lot
think-
of things.
what do you guys think about
We
this?
got to talk about the things that need to be talked about, not flat Earth, not freaking
Yeah.
like anything else. You know. So I think this is the problem: is self-identification. It's people don't know who they are.
That's why
Depression.
people are
Where's
very-
depression? It's like
Depression's the main.
who said it? I don't know who said it, but it was like depression. Like, it's not you wanting to end yourself. It's like a part. It's like a part of you has to die. You know,
Yeah.
not you, but a part of you. Whatever role you're trying to play, whatever person you're trying to be,
That's holding
obviously
you
it's
back.
not working.
Yeah.
It's not working, and your
Your
brain is
subconscious
kind of
knows that,
your
yeah.
brain is
Yeah.
kind of telling you like, yo,
Mhm.
like, we're not this person. We're not trying to be like this. And it's like, if you look at people that would say that they're depressed, what are they doing? Nothing beneficial. If you ask them, oh,
They're
what,
stuck.
yeah,
They're stuck in life. I feel like they're
Yeah.
stuck in a certain position
If
that
you-
they don't like, but they're comfortable being where they
they're
are.
comfortable. Everybody's
Yeah.
comfortable these days. And it's just like, it's sad because you got to get out of that point. It's like,
But
it's
you
like
know-
you don't get nowhere. And I guess
Yeah.
you can bring this back to the gym. It's like, if you just constantly work out until, like, once the pain stops, only to be comfortable, it's like, oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
My bad.
Keep going.
Gotta take off the hoodie.
It's hot, man. It's hot in here.
It's
Yeah.
like, if you stop when it gets hard and you stay in that comfort zone, you're not gonna get nowhere. You're not gonna see any results. Nothing's gonna change, you know? And you gotta get out of that comfort zone. But I didn't ask you what you think your purpose is.
I wouldn't say purpose, like how Bryan said. I could say passionate. You know.
Well, you gotta. So if you guys don't think you have a purpose, you need to figure it
I think
out.
that's a strong word.
Because
strong
obviously,
word,
no,
man.
it is a strong word, and that's why you need to figure it out. Because it's like, okay, obviously everybody wants to chase financial freedom. That's obviously a purpose people align themselves with, because money is just the goal. Now we can debate if that should be the goal, if money is really is the way up. Obviously, you can get comfortable, that you can get things, you can make sure your family's good and
Well,
you're good, but
I don't think that money is really the goal. I think that a lot of people, and this is obviously, I don't think a lot of people, I think most people actually just strive for financial freedom, because financial freedom, or being, financially stable, is what holds people back from doing things they want. And I even just want, some people can be financially free and do dumb stuff. They can just
well, it's
party
like, if you're
and,
not
and just
financially
do.
free. Let me make this point. It's like, if you're not financially free, you're stuck in the rat race. You're stuck in
Yeah.
trying to get the
You're stuck
job.
where you're stuck where
you
you're
know?
not
You're not-
happy.
You're not doing things that you want to do. You're not
Trying
trying
to
to
get a
live
great
your
career.
life. You're trying to
Yeah.
make money so you can pay these bills
Mhm.
that the government keeps raising and not giving you no more money.
Exactly.
So it's like, my thing, right? So it's like, yes, you can make a lot, and you'll see this with a lot of wealthy people. You're gonna get the money, and then now you have the money. What are you gonna do? That's why a lot of them are depressed. They got all the money. That was the goal, right? Money was the goal. They got it, and then that's it. Where do you go now? You make more money for what? What are you gonna do? So I think you need a
Yeah.
purpose, because purpose a lot. It's like what is your role in society? Is your role to be the DJ? Are you the guy that goes to the gym? You're the gym guy. Somebody somewhere
Yeah. A
knows
lot of
you.
people know me
Oh,
as the gym guy.
that's the guy that
Most
goes
of
to the
the
gym.
people,
I'm
yeah.
the guy that he works at freaking GoPuff. You know, I was the guy that worked at McDonald's. I was the guy that worked at
Yeah.
the airport. I was the guy that sold drugs. I was the guy that did drugs. I was the nerd. I was the guy that tried to be a gangster. You know? So you gotta, how are you affecting society? And you gotta think about this, right? Because that's all that there is in life. It's like you're not gonna
What
die.
do you bring to the table to society?
It's like
How do you make things better?
You're gonna die, and what are you gonna bring? Nothing. So what is it? What are you leaving behind? You want to leave behind all your money, or you want to leave behind an impact?
The way
Legacy.
Yeah.
the way I could tell you right now, like you speaking about it, I could say DJing for me because I mean I've been doing this since like I was a little kid. Like I've done it since I was 9 years old. So I've been having a lot of experience. And it's like during quarantine when I started posting a lot, that a lot of people kind of got that attention from me. You know, and I feel like me doing that, it's just like it makes me want to keep doing
And so,
going over. You know,
what
keep
about
doing it.
DJing is interesting to you?
It's
Not to saying
just-
that's not interesting. I just want to know where
just, you
where
know-
do you find it as one of those things that's what I want to do?
It's just, you know, like I guess just seeing many other people, you know, look at my stuff. Looking at other people look at my stuff, you know, I guess, you know, like there's many artists that I've known that from quarantine that they've would text me back and tell me wow, this is fire, this and that. You know, I would tag people in like post and people would like to see that energy that I give and I
So
bring to the table.
do you think
when I'm
that
DJing.
So it's like getting attention. I mean,
Exactly,
cut you
not
off.
yeah. I could say-
attention? I feel like he likes getting recognition for something he loves doing.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Like
That's- yeah.
I've gotten a lot of like recently it's been just a lot of love that people have been telling me, you know, like wow, you're doing good, this and that. You know, I've had family that tell me that, you know, of course, but it's just more different when it's more like different. of
Person
a-
you don't know.
Exactly.
And so-
it could be someone I
Personally.
don't know, but it could
Yeah.
be someone. It could be someone that I don't know, but I'm like, wow, they actually see my story. You know, like I've known a couple rappers that I actually listen to. They would text me back and tell me, wow, I love this. This is good. This and that. You know, keep doing your stuff. You know, like that's just even DJs. Well, I've seen DJs from radio stations like from Hot 97, this and that. They would send me messages and tell me, wow, bro, you're doing a really good job. You know, I love what you're doing. You know, just keep the grind up. You know, that gives me that energy.
You know,
that
it
I'm
gives
like,
you
know what?
motivation. It gives you like
It gives me a lot
gives
of
you
motivation.
purpose to keep pursuing
Exactly.
those things. You're
It
trying
gives
to.
me a lot of it.
You're not doing like if you look at what DJing is, right? You're not doing something for yourself. You're not making this thing for yourself. I doubt you're in your room just like obviously you're making the music, but after you're not gonna be freaking listening to it like, oh yeah, like you might, but it's like you're making it for other people.
yeah, it's like-
yeah, you're making it.
Oh, this shit hot.
Yeah, like you're making it for other people. You know, the gym
Yeah.
doing it for yourself.
Other
Me,
people's enjoyment.
Exactly.
I'm doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
I'm doing.
you
I'm
know?
doing. Well, I'm just pursuing life for other people. I'm trying to make people happy. I'm trying to make people think. I'm. You know.
Yeah,
I'm just.
exactly.
You think that living for other people, you're living for yourself as well?
What do you mean?
Well, you said that that's your purpose, and
Like-
you know, making other people, you know, informing other people, making them, you know, like exposing the truth. Basically, that's like what you want to do. So, do you
I want to
think
get people
that
thinking. I want to get people elevated. You know.
little shameless plug?
Little
Yeah,
elevated, you know?
elevated. You know. So it's
Elevated.
like for me, right? Like I can say that like. Yes, I live life for me, but it's like at a certain point, it's like my life is also for other people.
Doing that. I keep smacking the mic. It's like this is. I gotta get used to this.
Yeah,
You
just
guys
sit there,
just
just
stand
sit
like that.
there,
I gotta
stay
get
calm,
like this,
and
like-
just talk.
I'm
Yeah.
very fidgety. Dude.
Shut up and listen,
You,
all
you know
right?
me. Bro. You know I'm very
Come on,
fidgety.
man.
I can't stay
Do
still.
it.
But let me get back to what I was saying though. It's for me, like my life, in a lot of ways, like I don't look at it as like my life is for myself. You know, it's like yes, I want to make money, I want to do all these things, but it's not, I don't want to make money for me. It's like I want to make
Well, you do, but
you do in a sense, but it's like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, what do I want to make money for? I want to make sure my girlfriend is okay. I want to make sure my parents are gonna be taken care of. I want to make
Exactly.
sure that I can use that money to then help other people. It's like how many billionaires are in the world, and
in
then
the
you also
selfless
got.
aspect. Basically.
It's like Tupac said. It's like you got millionaires out there with like a bunch of stuff, and then you got
people that
people
can't
that are
even
just
eat.
down broke that are
Yeah.
sleeping on the floor.
Exactly.
And you like everybody's seen it. Everybody has seen somewhere some guy just knocked out on the floor, and that's his home. That's where he sleeps at night. And he's a person. That's a person. That is a spirit. That is a person capable of love, capable of hate, capable of faith. And and life has been so bad to them that they're freaking on the floor and nobody's helping them.
Exactly.
You think the government's helping them? No, they're keeping
No,
them where they are.
They keep them where they are. They
It's
don't
like-
even,
It's
they
like
don't
nobody
keep
can
them
say, and I guess we can go into the government. It's like nobody can say that like the government is actually like wants to like keep the people here like healthy, happy. It's like you can't name one system in America like government ran, I would say, that's working like how it should. You know, it's like obviously there's how it should work and then how it's working.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know,
I feel like we can get political, even though
no, let's get political.
that's
What do
hot
you
water.
think?
That's hot water.
Let's get
I do
paranoid.
I do think we have the best system in the world, and that's evident as America is basically the world's police at this point. But
It's like you can say yeah, this is the best system in the world, but that's like a bad. That's so messed up. If
it is.
this is
But
what
it's
life
like
has to offer,
it is.
if
But
this is the best life has to
you
offer,
go
like,
somewhere else, and it's like, wow, I really have it made. Like you go to another country, and it's like, dude, these people are suffering, and it's like you go back to your country, and it's like you come back to America, and it's
more
like, oh my
suffering.
god. Well, yeah, but
More
for
suffering.
yourself.
How many you can go to another
I'm
country
saying
and
for
then
the
like
majority of people, like you come back and it's like, wow, I'm really complaining about not being able to order food at 2 a.m. when these
Well-
people aren't, eating like 3 meals out of the day. They're maybe eating one, and they're
Mhm.
they're starving, and that's the case with a lot of countries. And I feel like obviously a lot of people aren't grateful. I feel like that's another thing that people don't have morals.
I think it's where we like where the like morals. I think that's where we
Yeah.
put our morals. We put morals in having money, having like we got so used to having these things
You don't really need much.
that we don't need. Like we don't need to be ordering food at 2 a.m.
You
Yeah.
don't.
You're not supposed to eat when you sleep.
Yeah.
Before you're supposed to sleep, you're not supposed to eat. You're not supposed to. It's literally like your body. Like if you have food in your system that needs to be digest, your body's gonna digest that food very poorly, by the way, and then it's gonna work on repairing you while you sleep.
Yeah,
when you
so
sleep,
even
it's supposed
then,
to
you're
be
not
resting,
you're not gonna
repairing.
get
you
a
know?
full night's sleep when your body's working to repair your body from the day. If you went to the gym, you have to repair your muscles, repair your body,
Mhm.
repair your brain, and you have, especially if you work that day, like the work, gym, and now you're eating at 2 a.m. So your body has to digest the food, fix your brain, like focus on your brain repairing it, and your body now. So it's like
I think we're kind of getting off topic with the digestive system. It's like in other countries, which is what we're talking about. It's like other countries, you can like I haven't been to a lot of other countries. I have as a child, but I haven't like really experienced what people are like. But I think that there's more of like an appreciation for family and
yeah,
faith.
definitely 100%. People
And
stick together more in other countries
Exactly.
because
So
you
it's
need
like-
each other.
Mhm.
In that aspect, they got it. Like they're doing better than us. Now maybe fine. And for the standard that we made, they're not doing better because we made the standard of, oh, you need to be rich, you need to have a business, you need to be doing this, and that.
Yeah.
And other countries not like that. And it's like who's gonna be better off in the long run? You know, the people who are constantly trying to run the rat race, or the people who are just trying to enjoy the family and trying to just love and be
And
loved.
just getting by and being happy and being
Mhm.
free.
Yeah. It's like it's crazy how the world is right now. It's like for me, right, as I said, the problem is self-identity. You got a lot of people who they don't know who they are and they fall into a lot of temptation. I think it's also a very there are very strong forces of evil that are at play, and this is why the world is like this. And it's like once you know who you are and what you stand for, then you can start fighting the way these negative, I guess, the demons or whatever you
Mhm.
want to call it, whatever negative forces that are in place. Once you know who you are and what your morals are and why you believe what you believe, and you can stand on it truly, then you can start fighting away the things that are eating at your success or eating at where you want to go, or preventing you from getting to that point where you want to go. And it's just sad, man. It's like it's really
Yeah.
sad. It's sad. Like I know too many people who are just stuck in this spot in life, and they think like if you ask them, "Are you happy?" They're gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm happy as hell. Like life is great."
They're
And I'm like,
content with
and
being
I'm
comfortable.
yeah, and I'm just
where
sitting there
they
like, what are you
is-
talking about?
Yeah.
What do you mean you're happy? And it's like, yo, you've been doing the same shit for 5 years.
Yeah.
That don't bother you. Like you look the same. You're eating the same bullshit,
Exactly.
and you're happy. Get the hell out of here. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing to be happy,
Yeah.
but nobody's ever happy for the rest of your life. You're gonna have happy moments, yes, and you're supposed to embrace those moments, but you're also gonna have a lot of bad moments. And it's about how you go through these moments, how you learn from these moments. That it's where you can finally be fulfilled
I
and
think
enjoy,
that-
and then you can look back and say, I had a good life.
Yeah.
I really believe that if you have a strong set of morals, not only will you be a happier person, but you will succeed in any aspect of life. I feel like if you have a strong set of morals, you have a good work ethic, and you're not a shitty, human being, you're not a shitty person. I feel like wherever you go in life and you have confidence and you hold your head high and you walk with with your shoulders back, head up, and you just go with the attitude that I can do whatever, I can do anything, I can literally do anything, and you have a good set of morals,
Yep.
you can
I don't
do
mean to cut you
anything in
off,
life.
but I do mean to cut you off, but isn't it
Go ahead.
crazy how you're saying all this? Right? We're saying things that need to be heard. That if people actually listened to and like really thought about it, life would be different.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what's gonna happen? The government, YouTube, and all them, they're gonna be like, nope, get them out of here. Next.
Yeah, nah, I don't wanna see this, you know?
If you don't say
I wanna
things they
hear it.
want to hear or things that
Yeah,
are on
or
topic,
you don't make the perfect 10-second clip. If you don't make that perfect 10-second clip, nobody's gonna hear it.
yeah,
Mhm.
nobody's.
And this is
gonna
sad. It's very sad. I'm very sad.
is.
in
I don't
this
think
situation,
no one's
like-
gonna hear it. I think it's they push you down so much to the point where it's like you don't even want to pursue that anymore because you feel like you're not getting heard. And I feel like that's a problem with a lot of people because when they do seek help, there's no one to hear them, and they feel like they're drowning. I feel like they're drowning in their own thoughts in their own heads
Mhm.
in their own minds because they don't feel encouraged to speak out
Yeah.
with the problems that they're going through. And I think that's another
Yeah.
thing that a lot of people
I
are dealing
think-
with today.
You know, I want to say this. It's like you're in control of your own life. You know, it's like, yes, you're not in control of the circumstances that you
But
come
you're in
into,
charge of the choices you
but
make
you're in
with the
charge of
circumstances
yes,
you're dealt.
you're in charge of the choices you make, and you're also in charge and how you react to these circumstances. Yes, loss is a very negative thing, but how do you react from that loss? You know, are you gonna now are you just gonna be sad for a couple months, which is definitely justified,
No.
but are you gonna take that loss, really
Learn from it.
embrace the time that
Exactly.
you have with other people? Are you gonna learn from that loss? Are you gonna learn from those bad decisions you made, and then move on? And it's just like
I could agree with you.
all
with
I
that.
can do is just shake my head. It's like freaking crazy.
I could agree with that, you know, because I mean, as you guys know, I've gone through a loss already. Like,
Yes.
a couple months ago, I lost my father. But, you know, the way I think about it, I had great people by my side throughout the time. That's what made me push forward. I had him by my side. Literally the day that it happened, he was right there the next day. He literally was there like half of the day, but it don't matter because he was there for me, you know. And it was like being surrounded by a positive area and a great people
lot
and,
of
you know,
support.
family, a lot of support, exactly. It just made me push forward, you know.
And-
Even the gym wise, you know, when I was still going through it, I still went to the gym. I did what I could to push myself, you know, to
Well,
push harder.
even after he had passed, and I'm very sorry for that. I met him, and he was a cool guy,
Yeah.
and I don't want to just bring it up and make this an emotional thing.
Nah, I know.
But I bet, can you say that you now appreciate more of the time you have with your mother and
Of
sister
course,
and
of
other family
course.
members?
Of course, because it's like
See?
you just gotta enjoy life no matter what, you know, enjoy it with your loved ones because I'm sorry to say it, but you never know what could happen. You
Yep.
know, literally everything I do right now is just for my mom and sister,
Yep.
taking care of them. doing
My
whatever I have to
girlfriend
do.
was talking the other day, and she was going like in this rant about
Yeah.
how she's very scared of death, and she's scared because she hasn't lived the life that she wanted to live. She hasn't done the things that she wants to do. She doesn't feel fulfilled. I think a lot of people can say the same thing.
I think
And
most people don't feel fulfilled.
a lot of people don't feel
course.
fulfilled, and it's like you can't dwell on the fear of death because death is inevitable, and it might necessarily be a bad thing. In the Bible, it says that the dead will turn. And you're either gonna become an angel or you're gonna become a demon. You're gonna go to heaven or hell.
This guy's quoting the Bible. This guy
Yeah.
right here is the least
Yo,
religious person you'll
2 years
ever meet.
ago, 1 year ago, I would not be doing this. I
He
do not
would
have
not,
to be-
least
yo, you
religious,
would not,
most
yo.
spiritual.
Yo,
I was,
literally, bro.
I was claiming to be an atheist for a long time. And
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I've damn,
I FaceTimed this guy earlier. He was reading the Bible, ladies and gentlemen.
I was
I
reading the
could not
Bible
believe
for
my
like
eyes.
3 whole hours, like watching videos, really trying to interpret the Bible. And I think we can have another podcast about religion and stuff because that's
That'd be
definitely
a
a
good one,
rabbit
yeah.
That
hole
would be a
we
good
could
one,
go
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
That's a very deep rabbit hole.
Definitely, religion is definitely something that's needed. And
100%.
it's like some
It
people.
gives people a standard.
It's like,
Yeah.
and my it's funny because when I claimed to be an atheist, right? My friend had said, "Yeah, would you rather believe that there's no God in your life and then just live life like that, like nothing matters, or would you rather believe that there is a God and He is watching over you and He is trying to help you, and that your life does matter and your actions do have consequences,
Consequences and repercussions.
Exactly.
I feel
Word.
like the only thing that really, I mean, you said it earlier, but I did hear someone say this, and it was a very powerful quote. But the only thing that a man has in life is his reaction to a certain, his reaction.
So you only have the things that you can only control the things that you do and how you react to things that happen. It's the only thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm clipping that. No, it's the only thing
Yeah.
that you have in life. And I want to get back to what my girlfriend was saying. It's like I told her, I was like, listen, it's like you can't dwell on the fear of death, but it's gonna happen regardless.
It's gonna happen, you
It
know.
holds you
What
back
you
if
can
you're
do,
scared of death.
what definitely will help, is let's say next week you die, right? Next week I die, right? Yes, that's a sad thing, but
that
when
week
I-
that you're alive, Like if you know you're gonna
No,
die
no, no.
next
Not that I
week.
know, but if every day, right? Every day I was really working hard, trying to be my best, trying to love others, trying to make an impact, just doing like
The best
what
you
I
can
feel
do.
is right, doing the
Yeah.
best I can do. I'm gonna die and you know, I'm gonna be in heaven. I'm gonna be like, yo,
Or hell.
no.
Or hell.
I asked for forgiveness. All right.
Hey man, that's not. I don't think that's how it
He
works,
spoke to him.
man.
He spoke to him.
I don't
man.
think that's how it-
He
hey,
spoke to him.
I don't think that's how it works.
Me and him had a very long
Don't say you
conversation.
talked to him because I don't believe you.
I didn't. But it's like, so look, that's the only thing that can stop that fear of death. That's the only thing that can, like, if you do unfortunately end up dying under bad circumstances, it's like that's the only way that it's gonna feel good. It's like if you truly tried your best. And the reason that people are scared of death is because they're not trying their best. They're not trying to pursue these things that make them happy. So when they start thinking about death, they're like, oh my God, I'm not doing the things I want.
Yeah.
I'm not where I want to be. Why is that? Because you're not doing what you want to do.
I could
You're not doing any
I
of
could
that.
elaborate on that because
Please elaborate.
the way I told my mom, I was like, my father passed away doing something good. Like he passed away in a good way because he passed away with family. That's the way I could tell you. He was surrounded by so much family. He was a
he
was
did
a
his
very-
job as
the
a
one
father.
that-
He wasn't alone.
the one thing I could tell you is that my dad was a very big family man. Like literally every day it would be something. Like we'll go out, Like even the days that I'll be in school, I'll be at work, my mom would be, all of us would be busy. He always did. When he came home, he would always do what he
How were
always
you?
does.
How were you as a kid with him? Were you like
Amazing.
Very close. Yeah.
You were very
He
close?
knows that we were very close. Every
he
day.
did
Like,
his
you weren't-
job as a father, a husband, and as a man.
The way I could tell you is that he really made me explore life. That's the best way I could tell you. I would go on the train with him. I would go on the bus with him. He would take me to the park. I'll be with him half the time. He'll be with me and my dad. We'll always do something. And he always did what he could to make it fun.
I remember you as like us in middle school or even like elementary school. You were really close. Like you were really closed off. So like you'd be pretty shy around other people.
I was.
But then around your friends, you'd be open.
I was a very like
But I feel
antisocial
like
person.
that experience you had with him definitely made you more of a not outlandish but more outgoing person.
He kind of boosted my confidence. That's the best
Yeah.
way I could tell you because like even him too. Because when it came to the gym, that boosted my confidence extra more. That's for like because even me when I was a DJ like as a little kid, I was shy of course.
I remember
that's-
going to the parties, but he'd be DJing.
You know how I knew you were shy? You know how I knew? Because you would post clips of you DJing and just it would be like
was
neck,
neck
down.
down.
I was be quiet, yo.
Neck down.
I would be so like
It'd be
shy
the neck
about it,
down,
bro.
man.
Yo,
And
But
then I
he'd
started-
DJ. It'd be his birthday, and he'd be DJing.
yeah, bro.
Like his house was the party house.
Yeah, everyone
would go to his house.
everyone that
That's
knew me
Yeah,
would come to my
you
house.
Remember, we used to play basketball in your
Yeah,
backyard,
bro, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
bro.
Doing little training
one thing I
techniques
could
on how
tell,
to lay up.
the one thing I could tell you is that hoop went through a lot.
Yo,
Bro, I
mean,
went to his
all the
house and
parties and
I
stuff?
dunked on it and I broke it by accident.
bro, and it was worse
I
because
ripped it off the wall.
bro, there was
Freaking
one time,
Dominicans, bro.
there was one time that Sean was there and he had to get the ball. Remember he went on the roof and he went all the way
Oh,
on the
yeah.
inside, bro.
That was wild.
That was wild, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro, it was
You know-
good times though,
Because why I asked how are you with your father as like and just throughout life? Because a lot of people who grow up in a state where it's like they love their father, right? That's daddy, It's like you like yo, where you
Daddy-o.
at? Yeah.
Yo,
Then you get to a point where it's like you're a teenager and it's like yo, I'm like yo, fuck this kid. Like
nah, I
Well,
was
not
never
fuck this,
like
but I feel like after a certain point, it's like naturally, when you're a baby, obviously you want to be cuddled and like fucking wrapped up in a fucking tight ass like blanket.
yeah.
But once you get older and you become a teenager, you want to be free and you want freedom
Yeah.
and
so you kind of
it
resist
annoys
that,
you. It annoys you being cooped up.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've argued with my mom or my dad, and it's like, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you
Yeah.
can't go out. Like even being outside, even going to the gym, it was a problem because I was just doing it so much in the beginning. But it was like it made me feel so cooped up and it made me feel angry. But I grew to understand why they said the things they said, because I feel like when I feel passionate about something, I do it 110%. So I was putting 100% of my time in it. Like after school, I would go there for fucking 4 hours
Mhm.
and I'd just lift and I'd go home and it'd be like 8 o'clock. The sun be down. Like, and like, what did you do today? Oh, I went to school. Oh, what else? Oh, I went to the gym. And I got home. And that was my life.
That was it.
After high school, that was my life for basically up until like 3 months ago. Like I took a year off after high school. I just focused on myself. I traveled a little bit. I you just lift like crazy. I was focusing on myself physically as a as a man.
He did.
I feel like being physically able, and not even able, but being your best being your best physically, I feel like is one thing that a real man should do and should strive for is health.
Not a lot of
Because
real men out here, you know.
no,
Nah,
there's
a
not.
lot of
But but I think that
Fake
that definitely pushes you because, like I said earlier, you build that mental callus, you build that work ethic, and
Yeah.
And
once
you
you
get
build that
confident,
work
you know?
ethic,
It's like
you
when
get
you start looking
confident.
at your biceps
It's
and
just like,
it's
yeah,
you feel
you
just
know?
such a
And your
you
chest,
feel
you're
like
oh,
you feel like
yeah,
a confident person.
freaking man, you
And
know?
I noticed that after I did start going to the gym and I started actually noticing the change, like a year and a half later, which is around now, I definitely became more confident and I'm more outgoing now. Even though
Yeah.
I'm a really loud, outgoing person.
Well, even in
I'm
other situations or any other
other
pursuit,
aspects,
you know,
like
it's like you're gonna be like disciplined in it.
even finding a career. Like
Mhm.
I'm definitely, I'm gonna apply. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the interview. I'm gonna kill that shit. And every single interview I've been to, even though I'm not where I want to be, I've killed it and I've gotten every single job.
Well, let's go into where I want to be, right? Sometimes where you want to be isn't where you should be.
You in
And
general, or
well, yes, you in general. It's like where you are in life, you can like so think about yourself in 10 years, right? You think about where you want to be very detailed, right?
yeah, I know what you
The
mean.
reason you're not there is because there's
Yeah.
still stuff that you have to learn from here and then, right? So it's like, why are we here, right? I do believe that everything we go through is for a reason, right? Now, I'm not saying like your life is scripted, but anything that major like happens is for a reason, you know? It's like you're supposed to learn from these things. It's like you're supposed to experience hell to then enjoy and really appreciate heaven, you know?
Can I
'Cause it's
elaborate
like
off that?
Well, I was gonna actually bring it back to you. It's like you know why you have the feeling of like why you want to be big is because you weren't in the best of shape when you were
I
younger.
wasn't. No.
He
I
wasn't.
was very insecure.
And so now it's like because you've experienced that low point.
But I
Now you're at
strive
this
for
point and
more.
you're like, yo, I
want
can't go
more.
back. You know,
I want more, and it's crazy because
you have
I
that
look at
extra
myself.
drive.
I look at myself, and some days it's like, wow, I look
you
horrible.
came a long time. You came a long way. I
You
mean.
came a
did,
long
yeah.
way, bro. I'm gonna tell you that.
I swear, like
I
my
respect
like
it
not
big
even
time.
just physically, but like mentally.
Mentally, physically.
Like I used to be the class clown
Everyone
in like
still
middle
are.
school. Not
still-
really.
You're
I
just
don't
not
think
in
I'm the
the
class
class no
clown.
more.
No,
No,
just
no.
not in the class.
You're
Just
just
with
not
us.
in the class
Just with
no
us now,
more.
bro.
Don't clown me in front of the camera, right? This guy's a cat.
Listen, man,
All right,
you can't take the heat.
Listen. I feel like elementary school, middle school, I was a fucking idiot. Class clown. I didn't focus at all. I didn't like being. I didn't like being in a class. I didn't like being in that setting where I had to sit still, do what you're told, and do this, and then when you're done, you can go home, and then you have to do some more. So it's like, I learned to deal with it. So in high school, I wasn't the class clown, but I was the funny guy. So I feel like I feel like that's me naturally, is to be the funny guy. But what you were saying earlier when you said you have to endure hell to
You have to experience hell to enjoy heaven.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I feel like
And that can be that's up for interpretation. I don't mean literally
Yeah.
like hell and heaven. It's like when you hit rock bottom, it's nothing but up.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
true.
it's like
You have to have
where are
your
you gonna go
cake and
after
eat it
rock
too.
bottom? You know, so you have to experience
Yeah.
what it's like to have nothing, to then really appreciate everything that you do have. And a lot of and you see this with a lot of people is like people that haven't hit rock bottom yet will eventually. So
I could elaborate before you speak again. My
Yeah.
fault. I
No,
can
you
elaborate
good.
real quick about rock bottom. I could say I did hit rock bottom because freshman year, I was a drug dealer. I did drugs at that. I'm not lying.
illegal.
I'm sorry. No,
We'll cut that
But-
out.
I'm sorry. But I did go through a stage with drugs where my parents would catch me, and I think for me mostly because
caught me all the time.
I think it was worse for me because
didn't
I was
catch me
close.
yet.
It was worse for me.
Yeah.
It was worse for me because I was close with them, so it was like I would be honest with them. I would never lie to my parents. I was a very honest person when it came to stuff. Even though there were times that when we go out, I would lie, but we don't speak about that. But,
You would
know.
feel. You would feel. I know what you mean. You would feel.
I don't want to hear him out. Is that? But either way,
I know what you mean. You would feel shame when
But-
you got caught doing something
Yeah,
you knew
but-
wasn't right.
But the thing is that my dad would be there half of the time when I would get in trouble, but he would talk to me. He'd be like, you know what, bro, I was your age. My dad did
He's went through it. Yeah.
You knew it. My
He
dad
went
went
through
through crit. My dad was a boxer, but that's the one thing that he had a passion for, and I could be honest about that. My dad loved boxing. He did that 12 years straight. He was on a diet. He was on shape. He did all that, bro. I'm gonna tell you.
No idea.
You want a gym rat? There's a gym rat, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. My
Crazy.
father was on the daily news, newspapers, everything, bro. He was,
Word?
yeah. I think I told you about
He
it.
was
Yeah,
you said he was an amateur.
yeah, it
He
was
had
amateur.
he had a couple good fights, bro.
person. You ain't
Yeah,
telling me,
but I'm telling you,
man.
but my father was a
Oh,
champ. Like
I
that's
gotta
the way
wait
I
till
could
I'm
say it, yo.
famous. No,
But
I look in the
like
mirror.
the
Yeah,
best
you
way I
good.
could tell you is that when I did go through that stage, it was good to have them by my
Knock on
side
wood.
because I actually like I went through it. Like I literally did. I went through it. Sophomore year,
You've hit rock bottom.
I hit rock bottom. Sophomore year,
You think
I did way better. I got back up, got my life through it, and I was like,
and
you
now
know
you
what?
can experience, you can enjoy everything you have.
Exactly.
Because imagine you wouldn't have never hit rock bottom. You would have never
Exactly.
had that experience to not
Exactly.
do those dumb things, make those dumb decisions.
Mm-hmm.
You would have let's say you didn't learn from your mistakes and you still like imagine like I could just imagine if I was in this if I was in the situations that I was in now with the mindset that I had like even a few months ago, I wouldn't make the right choices. I wouldn't like
Yeah.
I
That guy was
wouldn't really
crazy.
enjoy what I have. I would blow through it.
That guy was crazy.
That guy was crazy,
A
yo.
couple months ago, this guy is a fucking.
He was
this guy's
crazy, yo.
I was an asshole, man. I don't want to go deep on this, but I think I'm really going through a spiritual battle. You know, I think that's what that is.
I feel like you become way more.
I'm in tune
I
with
feel
who
like you
I am.
become way more genuine
Yeah.
as a
100%.
person, as a
I
friend.
can't fake shit no more. I can't.
Yeah,
I've tried it for so
exactly.
long. I've tried
But it's
faking
good
things
that
to
you
fit
hit.
in, to
It's
be
good that
that
you hit
person.
rock
I
bottom.
can't, bro.
It's good that you
You
hit
just
rock
like you
bottom.
yearn to be yourself.
Yeah.
I can't. There's no way
I'm
you
saying
ever
you-
catch. Yeah. There's no way. There's no
That
way
word is
you'll
crazy.
ever. Yeah, it is. There's no way like you'll catch me like trying to like play a role. Like I can't do it. But it's like after a while, and if you're out there and you think you're playing a role, it's gonna come. It's gonna come to a point where you're just gonna sit there like, damn, bro. Like what am I doing?
Exactly.
I'm tired of this. And
It's
so
like
it came to the
you
point.
spend your whole life not being yourself. It's like the regret is painful. You can feel it. Like you spent your whole life and then you're at the end of the road and it's like you weren't even yourself.
Not even at the
So-
road. I figured that shit out when I was fucking.
I'm saying there's some people who
Well,
go through life
yeah, the
not
whole
being
life.
yourself,
The
and it's
whole life,
sad
yeah.
because.
And then you wonder why people are depressed and committing suicide
Yeah.
and just doing a
but
bunch of
it's
dumb shit.
just how it
But what I
is.
was saying earlier,
Yes.
I was gonna bring back the topic of being stuck in life,
Yes, I would love to talk about that.
Yeah.
and I feel like if you can be stuck in life, and there's nothing wrong with that, and being in a certain place. But I feel like the problem really stems from being comfortable with that, and not, I feel like being complacent is the worst thing you can be, because if you're complacent in where you are in life and it's not a good place, then how are you going to expect yourself to even achieve your wildest dreams? If you want to be successful in life, how are you going to expect to get there if you're comfortable being in a shitty
Well,
position?
this is why I said it's like you got it. Like it's for a reason that you're in a bad place. It's because it's like if you don't have high aspirations to do good things and to be up here, when you're just chilling down here and you're not trying to be up here, life is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have those aspirations, and this is why, like, if you think you're stuck in life and you think you're going through a bad spot, envision where you want to be, look at where you are, and see where it is that you're going bad. Where things can you change? And it's like you're there, you're in a bad place, you're stuck for a reason. It's because whatever powers are at play. I'm not gonna use the word God or Allah or anything. Whatever powers that you consider are at play, they're telling you like, yo, this is who you are now. This is who you want to be. Figure it out. Like you're here for a reason because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You need to change. And the change is going to be for the better. And people don't even realize it.
It's funny because you think about the person you want to be and you envision it in your mind, and it's like that person already exists. Obviously, this is like regurgitated garbage. I've heard this on Instagram a million times, but you can think about that person and you can literally see him like, or her. You can look at them and be like, wow, like in your head, this person has everything I want. This person is the person I want to be, and it's you. It's already exists in your head. You just have to be willing to put in the work, and not even the work, but just the mental and physical.
It's who you truly are.
It's who you.
And because so many people aren't who they truly are, they never will be that person that they want to be. Because that person that they want to be is who they are.
And they're comfortable putting on a facade and being
Yeah,
being in this
that's true.
You're
costume.
never
that
gonna
is
be
not
who you
them.
want to be. You're never gonna be who you want to be trying to play someone else.
Yeah.
You know, trying to be like that person, trying to be like that group. You know, that's why you see all these people trying to cling on to a certain ideology or a certain
niche
group
or like a
political group. You know,
Yeah.
like, you're Democrat, you're Republican. What?
You're a Democrat?
Yeah, like are you stupid? Like yo, like oh you like yo, and then it's like that goes
We
into
can go so much
racism.
deeper when it's
Oh my
all
God.
meant to divide us.
At the end of
and
the day, listen, we might have different eggshells, but we're all the same yolk.
it's just all yolk, man.
It's true.
It's all yolk.
But I
All
could,
proteins.
I
all
could
yolk.
elaborate with you about like rock bottom and all,
Yes, please.
because like literally
Or
when
being
I
stuck.
when I did start going to the gym with him, he even knew it. I hated it. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. There were
Dude,
times
I'd be pushing this man, and he'd be like, "Fuck no, I'm not doing another
yo,
rep.
I literally, I
Fuck
would be
no." And
like
I'd
that.
hold him down. You're doing 5 more now.
Now, no, but he
I'm
would.
doing
There
5
would be,
more.
there
I
would be
hope you know that.
times
You're
that I'll
not
be
getting up until you finish.
No, but there would be times that I'll be stuck there and he will make me stay there for just to get them right. And then when I did get them right, I would feel so good. Like now when I'm with him now, I'm so used
He's
to
like,
it
let's
now.
go.
I'm
He's like,
just-
bro, he's like my equal. He'll push me now.
I would be like
And
that with him
it's
now.
crazy because I used to go to this man's house and knock on his fucking door when he wouldn't pick up my FaceTime calls.
Bro, I would never
Because he knew I'd be like, yo, it's time to hit the gym.
He was ducking. He was
when
like,
you
nah,
when you started
man.
working out, wouldn't you feel like that way too? Like
no.
No, you wanna say that?
Because
I think that
because you guys caught me in a very good space, and like I was really like I was
you
trying to
wanted
be
that.
better. So yes, I already
Yeah.
wanted that. I was already doing that. I was working.
Yeah.
I was working out at home.
Yeah, there would
and
be
I was
times that you
working
send
out
photos.
at the
I would say
gym.
that,
I was
yeah.
doing a lot of cardio,
Yeah.
but I wasn't going that extra mile. You know,
Mhm.
it's like if I would have went to the gym without you guys, I would be doing everything completely wrong. You know, I'd be doing everything
Yeah.
completely
Yeah, but
wrong.
he's- yeah.
I wouldn't be pushing myself. Nobody would be looking at me like, you fucking bitch, bro. Like,
I mean, I say that, but
two
it's
more.
in a-
Do
it's
two
in-
more.
He says it. He
It's
says
in
it.
love, you know,
It's
I
in
say-
love.
I-
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, but some people can't handle that, and
They
it's
can't
like
handle it,
whatever.
yeah.
Like that's your fault.
Yeah, but you
that's-
know, with him, like the best way I could tell you, he's my coach. Like I tell him that every day. I'll be texting him sometimes, yo, trainer, we out. Like,
Yo, bro, I had to cool the jets on being the trainer because I'm so passionate about
Yeah.
going to the gym and not even I don't want to say it again, but working out in general. I'm so passionate about it that I'll go with someone like a completely new person. I'll go with my mom and I'll be like, all right, we're gonna do this, and that. And then like a third of the way through, she's like, I can't do this. Like,
You know
what's
and
so
I feel
funny?
I feel like I'm in a way I'm too extreme. I feel like I'm really extreme in that sense. So I had to like hit the brakes. So I feel like you got the diluted version because if you would have came to the gym with me when I was working out with him, it was hell. We would
it
start
was.
with a
Whoa.
warm up of
I'm
like
telling you, bro.
150 dips.
Bro, it's
That was
true.
the warm up. So we
Mhm.
would just do 150 with like 35 pounds assisted
Mhm.
on a
Yeah.
plate, and we would just do 150.
But the best way
Oh,
I
the
could
and
tell
then
you-
assisted
get into the
dips?
workout. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was say, I'm like, yo,
No,
man,
but
No,
the
like
best
100,
way-
like
trying to make me
35,
do some
yeah.
like
regular
35
dips.
pounds though. 35 pounds. So that's like 100. What was it? Like 150 pounds. You're just dipping, like 150, dude. And it's like that's the warm up. So it's like that was so
Yo,
extreme.
People are gonna listen to this. They're gonna hear that and be like,
They're not
"Yo,
gonna
this
know.
guy's
They're not
freaking
gonna
crazy.
know. They're not gonna know
This
what the
guy's
fuck we're
nuts.
talking
Like,
about.
why would
A
I
lot of
ever-
people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is he
What is
talking
what
about?
is a tip?
What's a
Talking
dip?
about dipping
Dipping what?
nachos?
Dipping what?
Like,
Huh?
Nachos
Nachos?
and
Huh? What you
and a
mean?
chili in the.
But so would you agree that it's like when you were at rock bottom, right? You were at rock bottom because you weren't trying to actively change. You weren't actively trying.
Yeah.
Like you weren't like yes,
'Cause
you
I
want to
just-
change, but you weren't actively trying to
No,
change. Those are two
I
different
wasn't,
things.
because literally the best thing I could tell you is like I feel like I just started smoking too is because I just wasn't active. Like I tried out for the basketball team. I didn't make it freshman year. I think that's what kind of made me be like, you know what?
It's like you
Why-
try
because-
doing something you like,
And I'm just like, you know what? Why do I want to?
Well, then you gotta look at that. It's like if things don't work out, like if you think that you want to do something and it's like it's just not hidden, like oh,
Yeah.
I want to do that. Like I've been like every day I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, I need to start a business. I need to start a business. Sometimes it's like, yo, maybe you're not meant to do that. You know, it's
Mhm.
like maybe I'm not having the right ideas or I'm not having the motivation to do it because that's not what I guess I would say God wants me to do. You know, God wants me to, and this is what I believe. I think God wants me to be right here in this chair and
in this
talk
brown chair,
in this nice brown
a
chair.
nice brown chair,
right?
you know, very
in front of
fancy.
this camera and these three
Yeah.
mics.
And I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to give my all to this because this is what will matter. I need to express the opinions that I have, the things that I have to say. I need to give that
Mhm.
my all. And so sometimes when things don't work out that you might necessarily want, it's for the better because that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be
could-
putting that energy towards DJing or
Yeah,
towards working
I
out.
could say that with DJing because
See?
it's like, you know, like I said, now where I'm at right now with DJing, I'm kind of shocked because of course I don't get that much publicity or I don't get that much love, but I do get love now. Like it's just crazy, you know. It's just like wow, like
Consistency is
a
key.
couple years ago, I was literally just like a couple years ago. The best way I could say is like
You're excused.
I was just on a I was just on a controller and that was it. I didn't even have any computer. It was just that, you know. So I mean, that's the best way I could say, you know. I think that could be my purpose in like the future. I think that's like
This guy's gonna be the next dead mouse.
Marshmallow.
Fucking in front
It
of
didn't be the
in
next
front of-
marshmallow.
in front of
You could be the next
50,000
marshmallow
people.
because you would put some shit on your head. People not look at you.
Watch, bro. Yo, next marshmallow coming up soon. Yo, watch.
All right, so I think that's about it for today.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna do this more often.
Yeah,
Definitely do
definitely.
this
Run it
again.
back.
Definitely, yeah. Run it back, yo.
Anything you guys want to tell anybody? Don't tell the camera if you guys
Bryan,
want some
anything,
words
man?
of you want to pull out some words of wisdom.
words of wisdom. Follow my Instagram, old school Gemini. Old school _ Gemini _ Want to plug your Instagram?
No, because they're gonna look at this from my Instagram. But I would say I will leave it with a quote. And if you want to add something, you will. But for me, I'll leave it with a quote. It's like most men, and I said this in the video. Most men live lives of quiet desperation. Don't resign to that. Don't live like that. If you're like desperate to change, desperate to get to the next level, to do something that maybe you've been wanting to pursue for a while, get to it. Start.
Mhm.
And if you don't know where to start praying. Start trying to have faith.
Yeah.
You know, maybe don't believe it. You don't have to necessarily have faith in God. I mean, I think you should, but just have faith in yourself to start off with. Believe in yourself. Believe that you are capable of doing anything that you put your mind to. Because belief in and of itself is a very powerful thing. Anything you want to
I
add?
mean, the best way I could say is just do what you love in life. Don't let people hold you back. If you want to do what you love in life, do it. Fight for it. It don't even matter. Like, just don't hold back. Don't let anyone tell you, "Oh, you can't." Come on, bro. It's just they're just chatting. They're jealous. That's the best way I could tell you.
They're stuck in their own place.
They're stuck in their own place,
don't
and
know
they,
what
they're
it's
not
like.
they're not gonna move forward. You're gonna move forward. You're gonna do what you love. You know, they're just gonna stand back. I'm sorry to say it, they're probably gonna be the ones look. The best way I could say it, they're probably gonna be the ones looking at you,
Envious
shining
of
light,
you,
envious
because
of you. They're
did what
gonna
you wanted.
they're gonna
Mhm.
see you shine in life, and they're gonna be like, wow.
I feel like,
Yeah.
if anyone's struggling with, being stuck in life, whether that be because of other people or yourself, there's a song, we were talking about this the other day. There's a song by J. Cole named Procrastination. I think is an amazing song because
Yeah.
obviously if you love rap, you
Yo,
listen to that
stop
song, it's gonna
listening to
be-
hip hop. Throw on some R&B, maybe some
R&B.
rock music.
And some
Oh.
Just turn off hip hop for a while.
Just expand your array of
expand
just
your
music.
palette.
remember,
you
don't
know?
forget to play some house, freestyle,
Yo,
old school
house
freestyle. You know how
freestyles,
we
that
do it,
shit.
Yo, Lisa.
Lisa,
Shannon,
Lisa, got it, yo.
Tina.
I'm telling you, yo.
Nah, but for real,
Diamond Girl?
Procrastination, that is a
Diamond
great song.
Girl.
If you're struggling with you're stuck in this certain place in life and you feel like it's your own procrastination that's holding you back, you should definitely give that song a listen. But
All right.
just do it.
Alright.
You know,
All right, this
I'm
was
not
good.
quoting Nike, but just do it. Don't
Just do it.
Hey,